The Mediterranean was plagued by regional conflicts around 600 BCE. The Babylonians and Egyptians both were vying for this area against the Assyrian Empire, who were, until this time, the ruling nation. Each new southern kingdom king had to decide which up-and-coming superpower they would align with. They frequently made the wrong decisions, with severe consequences. King Uzziah, for instance, chose to side with the Babylonians over the Egyptians, which cost him his life and would lead to the destruction and exile of the southern kingdom within a decade. These last years of the southern kingdom's existence were tumultuous years. Babylonia came into power in 605 BCE, with Judah's subsequent fall as soon as 586 BCE. Wars were fought, kings were defeated. At the same time, the prophets and religious writers interpreted these events through their religious lenses. We find in the book of Nahum, for example, that Nahum believed that Yahweh was using Assyria to punish Judah, but that they do not need to worry, because Yahweh will also lead to Assyria's demise. The view that Yahweh was always working to the benefit of Judah was widely believed. In contemporary academic circles, this belief is known as their Zion theology. According to Judah, Yahweh promised that he would always live in the temple in Jerusalem, as this is his divinely chosen city. He also promised there would always be a successor of David on the throne. Prophets like Isaiah strongly promoted the Zion theology. Yahweh's promise was eternal. Judah had nothing to worry about. Other prophets preached against this view, which made them very unpopular. Jeremiah, for example, strongly believed that Judah should not resist the Babylonians and that they should rather focus their energy on following Yahweh's covenant codes before Yahweh moved out of Jerusalem. According to him, Yahweh's promise was not eternal, and if the Judeans did not follow his instructions as found in the book of the law, the earliest version of Deuteronomy, Yahweh will reject them and their temple. Other prophets from this period were Zephaniah and Habakkuk. Both warned the Israelites against their slack religious practices and the general wickedness that reigned in society. The prophets proclaimed that Yahweh would punish them, but if they repented, they would be saved. This law of retribution became quite popular. Being obedient to Yahweh led to blessings, while disobedience led to punishment. Therefore, the northern kingdom had to be evil. It was the only explanation for Yahweh's severe punishment. What we need to take away from this period in Israelite history is that there was not just one united opinion featured in Old Testament literature. Different prophets and authors interpreted events differently, and we find all these different voices in our biblical literature. In the next episode, we see how the southern kingdom felt a total sense of loss and disillusionment when they were taken into exile by the Babylonians.